What's going on, traders? Tyler Espita here, founder of Forex Commodities Trading Elite. For you guys who don't know, I do teach how to trade commodities in my trading academy. Now, commodities are really great to trade because there's a lot of really good trading setups you can get out of them, and there's a lot of good benefits that you can get while trading commodities. One of them is you can make a lot more money trading commodities, and it's a whole lot easier once you know the fundamentals of it to predict where price can go in the future. I mean, looking at wheat and looking at corn, it's pretty out of season right now because in the Midwest, typically doesn't come around, price doesn't spike until around April, May. And you can see right here, April, May, June, July, that's when the harvest season is. That's when the growing has begun around April or so after like the first frost. So looking at wheat and looking at any kind of commodity, it's important to look at the monthly time frame because historic price always helps you out whenever you're trading, and especially when you're trading a commodity. So looking at wheat, we can see the lowest wheat has ever been is 2.836. So we know that the lowest wheat has ever been is 2.836. Something to look at is price is at 3.988. Now, since price broke past 4, we can assume price may come down to about 3.627, and it's at extremely lows. If you went ahead and put down a long position, and let's say we entered right at wherever price is at right now, we can make a realistic target to about 7. And if you go ahead and zoom out, I mean, the risk and reward ratios are pretty obvious on here. Let's go ahead and pull this in. Now let's pull this right back to price. Pretty close. So you can see the stop loss right here is pretty much right on the low of the data for wheat ever. So if you look at the lowest price you can go and you look at the reward, I mean, look, either way, the reward is going to be bigger than the risk no matter what. Even if we did come all the way up to the highs, which is about 14 or so, 13.230 or so, and you guys can trade this on your Forex accounts as well. Now, if you don't have wheat or a commodity on your Forex account, it would be really good to go ahead and open up a Forex brokerage just for trading commodities. So if we go ahead and look at this, let's just go ahead and make a realistic one. We can go ahead and put it right here. We can put it right here. And this is something that we can go ahead and buy and hold until April or May. So let's go ahead. Let's say it becomes scarce. Wheat becomes scarce. We have a bad season. That means the price of wheat is going to go higher. So we can definitely look for that. Now, you guys have to be tracking also the previous seasons too. So if we go ahead and break this down to a daily time frame for wheat, we can see this really easy pattern right here. And what we can see looking at this is price has already, we have a low right here, and that's where I got the trend line from. You can see another low. So price has already bounced off the low. We can expect price to come to this trend line right here, where there might be some resistance, some sellers coming in. You can see right here, you can see right here. So we might see something like that happen, and we're going to go ahead and buy. And if we buy, we're going to hold until here, because if price starts to make its way down, we're going to go ahead and close because it might come back down, then go right back up, and we can see a pattern like that. Or if price breaks through, we're going to keep on holding and we're going to let this ride. But this is something that we're going to hold until at least, let's go ahead and scroll this chart over. This is a trade that we're going to hold at least until April, let's look at May, April until March. From like March to May. This is something that we're going to hold till March to May. So we're going to liquidate. Let's see. Whoops. So this is where we can go ahead and make a projection for wheat. So let's go ahead and take that text wrap off also. It's super important that when you're trading, you make all of your trades make sense. And we can see a very big bearish move, but this is a bullish pattern right here. So like I said, the couple opportunities, and you need to know all the different ways price can react. You have to have a couple different scenarios and know exactly how you're going to trade those scenarios. Once you know how to trade those scenarios and you know what they are, you're going to react to them. That's one of the best ways is we react to price and we go ahead and capitalize on that. So that's going to be wheat, US dollar. And if you guys want help trading commodities, you guys want to learn how to trade commodities, I do teach that in my academy. Once again, you guys can always reach out to me.